Yo, what's up, guys? This is Rude One coming at you for Rude One TV with another Waven live devlog reaction video. This is gonna be devlog number two, which is titled Spell and Progress. All right, let's get to it. 2 weeks ago, we shared with you the news and developments relating to equipment. In this note, we will focus on changes to spells as well as character progression. Good reading. All right. So begin the adventure. In '07, you already been able to discover and test the tutorial. Da da da. Although it is intended, blah. Its principles remains unchanged. La la la. When you start on Waven, you start as a caster with a base deck made of 9 spells. Lucky number 9. You will soon find out how amazing the number 9 is to me. All right. So this is your castaway. Very basic. He actually looks very much like Yugo in a yeah, he looks like Yugo. Basic spells you get, I guess, three or two. You get two fire, two air, two rocks, and then one specialty spell. Okay, cool. This Castaway deck allows you first of all to familiarize yourself with the principle of deck building and spell mechanics. In general, at the end of the tutorial you will select the class as well as a weapon, and you begin your adventure, but still equipped it with these basic spells. Your progress now includes the recovery of your class spells as well as their evolution. Okay, I like that. So you start off as a base character and you choose what class you want to be, and then you still keep your base spells but you will be able to gain additional class spells. I like that. Good job. Good job, Ankama. Let's go, Todd. So, spell panel. We have reviewed the distribution as well as the number of available spells. From now on, your character can obtain and equip 3 types of spells. The spells universally usable by all classes, the spells class accessible to all arms of a class, the spells weapon specific to each weapon, obtained by raising the level of your hero. So the first one is for everybody could have it. This one is class specific, and this one is weapon specific. Okay, makes sense. Each class now has 40 classic spells, 32 elementals plus 8 ether. What's ether? And each weapon has 10 weapon spells, 8 elements plus 2 ether. Elemental spells, air, water, fire, and earth, can be improved by increasing levels. Either spells firmly neutral are fixed and therefore cannot be improved. Okay, so those are gonna be like your transportations. If you're a sacred, I'm using the former walk forward doofus terminology. Um, those type of spells, the spells that really don't do damage but more have effects that kind of move around the field or add different things, different little niches that make classes unique, and allow them to get stuff done. Okay, to form a valid deck, your character must equip at least 9 spells, so 9 spell minimum decks. Cool. How do you obtain spells? Oh, let's look at this graphic. So you have oop, HP, attack, and then the spells you have here. One, two, three, four fire. One, two, three, four, five air, and then one earth. So they're playing it like a tri build. Um, I guess this is actually the shield oop that rushes. So I guess they are, trying to make use of all of the rush spells, even though none of these look like the rush spells from the previous alpha test. But I digress. Let's continue. Obtaining spells. In version 0.7, spells could be obtained randomly by loot. Each time you gain 5 levels, or in a hawker's store. In version 0.8, this principle is retained but adjusted as follows. Each level pass allows you to obtain an elemental weapon spell from a choice of 4 randomly drawn spells. Every 3 levels, an additional Aether spell is automatically unlocked in a predefined order of obtaining. At level 30, you therefore will have all the Aether spells. The choice of spells offered is based on the hero you're playing, which allows you precisely target the spells you want to recover. The same goes for loot at the end of fights. You'll only offer universal spells, your hero class spells, and elemental weapon spells. Alright, so so you get to choose what you kind of choose. Okay, cool. I like this. Leveled up. You gain this at level 3, as they said before, and then you could pick a air, fire, water, and another fire spell. All of these are 3, so you could kind of get the gist of things. Improve spells. The system for upgrading spells is essentially identical to that of equipment. Okay, we just went over the equipment a little while ago, guys. Should go watch that video. It's uploaded on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description. All right. The additional copies of a spell allows it to be improved in exchange for commas or no longer for gems. Okay, this is just Google Translate, but for grimoires. So no gems, but grimoires. The resource cost here also depends on the level of the spell. Likewise, the level of a spell is automatically adjusted to that of the hero being played if the later is lower level. Oh, so you drop spells for the entirety of the class. Okay, cool. Additional in addition, the runes of spell will allow you to unlock gifts in order to maximize their effectiveness. You can collect them at an end of flight loot or buy them from the hawker store. The Gimors are sure to recover by resetting a previous increased fate. Okay, so let's look at this GIF. Alright, so this is just charge spell, common, level 6. You're gonna upgrade it. You got points. You just upgrade. Now you got 15 more critical hit. Cool. The new Affinity System. What is this? The affinities respond to additional effects triggered by consecutively playing two fates of different elements. Each element pad has an affinity allowing you to play the element of your choice. They all influence the same area effect always around the hero, and the effect is the same. Inflict X to Y damage, where X is the value inflicted on the first circle around the hero and Y is inflicted on the second circle. To activate affinity, you must equip yourself with an item that combines the two targeted elements. So, that's one element here, right? Okay, cool. What type of ring is this? It looks like a earth and earth and water spell. Earth water ring, hybrid ring. Then you play a spell of the first element, then a spell of the second element. As a reminder, information is displayed in the combat UI when you're using an element that triggers the infinity effect and it indicates the second element to play. So look in here. Alright, so fire, air in this case. Beyond the base effects, the six effects of the bonus effect that is triggered under certain conditions specific to each. Avalanche, water plus air. If three enemies hit, draw one spell, which cost is reduced by 1 AP. Landslide, earth plus water. If three enemies are hit, your hero gains X AR, which is armor. Lightning, air plus fire. If three enemies are hit, a lightning bolt inflicting X physical damage hits the opponents. Geyser, Geyser. Water plus fire. If three enemies hit, your hero heals for as many health as damage inflicted. This is gonna be broken right here. This one right here is broken, right? Because if you, unless it's a very weak damage, I could see this being a. This is gonna be broken. I can unsee this. This right here, anytime there's healing effects in this game, you know it's gonna be broken. Ah, I don't think this should be it. I think they definitely should reconsider this one because I could already see um it needs to be a set amount or scale to the level or scale to a percentage because if you're hitting, for example, like 508, right? Let's say you did this and you did a combination and you hit all three of these, right? This is the first row, this is the second row, right? You do this and you hit all of them for 60 damage, right? You just gain 180 HP. That's almost a third of your HP, and that is bonkers for something like that. So this is gonna get changed most likely. Right? Meteor, fire plus earth. If three enemies are hit, your next spell does 50% more damage. Hurricane, air plus earth. If three enemies are hit, plus one to your ether gauge. Okay, there's a gauge for ether. Look at them throwing little tidbits of information in there. Alright, so I'm looking at this. Earth, boom, boom. Oh, it's actually one, two, three. So it's actually a AoE of two, do, do. So it hits like this. Let's see if about this one. Oh, how big is this AoE? Okay, it's two two two. It's a pretty huge AoE actually. That would hit literally 10 right here plus 4 plus 10. It hits literally 24 cells. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. 24 cells to only hit 3 and then heal for that damage. Look at the damage he's doing here. He just did 20. Yeah, this is gonna be broken. Alright, let's keep moving. Evolution of the companions. Finally, a brief point of the companions' evolution system. Like spells and equipment, they are looted at the end of the fight or brought in the hawker store. Blah blah blah. They gradually increase for a certain number of copies, commons, and potions. So potions for your companions, grimoires for your spells, and runes. No, and runes for your rings. The rune companions can complement their bonuses through donations. So Amalia, you're gonna give it up. You're gonna give it some bonuses. Cool. She does, and this is cosmetic, so she's gonna be very rare. She's always been a very good sidekick or companion in the game so far. So these are the distributions according to 4 rarities. So there's common, rare, cosmetic, and infinity. 6 gifts, 5 feats, 4 feats. I guess all these supposed to be gifts. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6. So everybody's gonna try to get these. Very rarely when we play these in upper levels, but that's just how games work. For some companions, an addition spell is also is added to the unlockable gift panel. Its power depends on the level of the companion. So boom, just different heroes, different sidekicks. A lot of fire. There are new ones here. I haven't seen these two before. This is a Sacred, and this is another. Ooh, cool. And this is new too. All right, this is already the end of the second article. Thank you for reading and your involvement. In the next post, we dive into the heart of the Banta Nation, at least what's left of it, and share some more information about their quest and Monster Islands. Goodbye. All right, guys, that is the second Devblog live reaction. Just some final thoughts before we close it out. I think I like a lot of the things they're talking about. But I'm gonna keep going right back to what I was saying before. This does not make sense. Geyser is gonna be broken. I can see a lot of people playing this, unless the damage is very, very weak, and it's also it also depends on how the certain conditions apply. Is it something that it takes a while for it to happen? I mean, there's some things that we don't know currently that's unknown, but based on just general game knowledge, is if it's just water plus a fire spell, you get this combo after X amount of turns or X amount of spells. This is really, really, really good. Um, Anytime you get a healing, it's gonna be thing. I think this could also be very good if it was stated that it was per um enemy hit, but right now it just says you gain X. I think this should be just healed as a blank percentage, maybe like 10%, 15%, 20%, but not based on how many mobs or enemies are hit. Besides that, a lot of great news. I'm looking forward to Alpha 0.8. And like, subscribe, share the video. Thank you for watching. This is Rude One for Rude One TV. Signing off. Peace.